So let's talk today about fear. Let's talk about fear. I recently had my mind blown by a thought. So I spent the last 10 days in deep contemplation, deep self-reflection, thinking about life and what it means to be a human, whatever that means. And a thought arose, and I was thinking about fear and how it controls my life, and basically how it's really sneaky. We can kind of create unconscious prisons, and I think we do this for safety. I think our minds, our egos, if you want to call it that, or our minds, our lower self, we can start creating this self-contained prison that we're unaware of, and we start basically dictating our whole life around trying to avoid things that we're scared of or that make us feel uncomfortable. And I was like, what's the antidote for this? I was like, how do we get rid of fear? And it just came to me, and it's this simple. It's courage kills fear. I was like, wow, that's it. Slowly but surely, courage kills fear. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't know if you're aware of well, of course you're going to be aware of the boxer Mike Tyson, but his old trainer was famously quoted in saying to Michael when he was younger that the difference between a hero and a coward is the hero and the coward both feel the same emotion. They both feel fear. They both feel scared. Yet the hero, it's how he deals with it. It's that he doesn't let it contain him, or rather I should say, it doesn't stop him from walking forward. It doesn't stop him trying to achieve his goal or trying to do what he wants to do in life, right? And I feel like if we don't slowly but surely start facing our fears, what can happen is we can start unconsciously start repressing ourself and repressing our life energy that's trying to come out. You know, we're here, we're only here for a short period, right? Life, ultimately is very short. Life can be over in a blink of an eye, right? And in those moments where we do get faced with our mortality, whether it's through a near-death experience or a scare in a moment, maybe a health scare, or maybe, we're on a plane and it gets a bit shaky, and we suddenly think about the fact that, we are, we're mortal, we are going to die, our life has a limit. And in those moments we do get to really see, how fully we have been living. And how has fear controlled our lives? And this happened to me massively when I was like in my 20s, having my first ever panic attack that I felt was like death. I felt like I was dying. And obviously at the time didn't know the difference in what a panic attack was and what a heart attack was, right? They felt like the same thing. Or I don't know what a heart attack feels like, but I'm only assuming. And I was very grateful, contemplating my death. At the same time, I was also extremely frustrated. And it's those moments, those things that you didn't do, right? If there's anything left on the table, you get them done. And obviously, it doesn't mean go crazy and overindulge, right? And sometimes, we do have to deeply reflect on ourselves. I've spent 10 days, right, just basically in silence, not talking, and to removing myself basically from social media, from technology, from stimulation, and just allowing myself to just sink in and just get connected to what's really true and what's really important about life. And I was really able to see the areas of my life that I've been suppressing, and how important it is and how invigorating it is as well when you think about actually doing these unfulfilled desires, facing fear, and actually deciding to yourself that you're not going to let fear get in the way, and you're not going to let it stop you doing the things that you want to do. And obviously it's deeply personal. We can't say, what you're scared of, right? It's going to be, I could say, oh, I'm scared of heights, or I'm scared of confrontation, or I'm scared of like fighting, or whatever it is. Like, we're going to have to figure it out for ourselves through trial and error, right? Because some people are not scared of that stuff, and they might be scared of, I don't know, spiders, right? But I think it's really important to just, write down what our fears are. Write a pyramid, reflect on it, maybe go away, think about, okay, what areas of my life am I scared of? What am I avoiding? How am I creating strategies unconsciously to avoid what I'm scared of and avoid what I find uncomfortable. And when we realize this, when we have these insights, then we can start actually actively and consciously looking at slowly facing these fears, just slowly but surely. And absolutely, courage kills fear, but it does it slowly. It might not do it in one swipe, right? Generally, it's a slow burner. If you might fight your fear one day and you might win, you might fight it another day and lose, right? It might win, it might beat you. And I remember when I was younger, I had a real fear, of talking to people and, talking to strangers, meeting new people. And, I really just set a challenge out that I would overcome that. And it worked. It's just like slowly but surely, just putting yourself out there. Eventually you just learn to just totally relax and accept yourself around people. But funny enough, that fear of strangers and that fear of not being accepted in large groups, that doesn't really ever go away, right? It's just like, I've faced it enough times to just recognize when it comes up that it's not true, that the mind is lying to me. And yeah, this is just an invitation. And I just also wanted to say how this point, courage kills fear. It's such a beautiful quote. It's just, for me right now, it's it's a thing I'm going to live by, at least for this year. It's like think about areas of your life that think about areas of your life that fear is you're subconsciously allowing it to block you and block your desires, whatever they might be. And hopefully you can start slowly but surely taking those steps and not let that happen. Because it's so important, it's so precious. Life here on earth, it's so precious, man. We're only here for this short period, and we've got to live it as fully as we can, with the most awareness, the most consciousness, and the most passion that we fully can possibly do. Because I truly believe that what we want to do is when we get to the end of our life is that we feel like we did leave it all out there. There's no stone left unturned. And obviously there's great lessons in that as well. When we go out, we try new things, we do things that we're scared of, and we don't let fear hold us back. Then that's where all the wisdom lies, right? So I hope this video has inspired you to not let fear get in the way of your life. And hopefully it'll be lovely to see you again in the next video. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.